Every shakedown, I try to have a flow from one story to the next with interrelated ideas, to keep you connected to the info, to help you follow along. And it helps me from sounding like some homeless guy in a New York subway randomly screaming thoughts du jour. But I'm struggling to connect the dots between the Sebring ALMS, ILMC sports car action, the ALMS broadband and TV broadcasts, this weekend's F1 start in Australia, and other racing flutter. So after the break, meet me at the Times Square subway stop as we hop the dysfunction train for 6 minutes of frenetically disorganized info sharing. Hey, I tried. Went to Sebring for the practice and qualifying, then headed back to New York when they ran the 12 hours. Saw the teams, cars, drivers, crews. Sat in a few press conferences, had some meetings, chatted up the ALMS execs, met a few ILMC people, spoke to the stomach of Dr. Ulrich, because he's tall and I'm short. And his stomach told me already there are tech changes to the R18 that they're currently testing. And one way or another, in one series or another, Audi's coming back to America, and they're bringing the R8 race car with them. The Sebring paddock had a buzz because it had scale, energy, and diversity, thanks to the ILMC teams. And looking around the paddock, can Porsche sell any more freaking race cars? The count is already up to 40. ALMS told everyone Sebring was an ALMS event, and maybe it used to be, but they raced ILMC rules. The ALMS cars had to change their numbers, adding a 0 in front. And the US TV broadcast never mentioned the ILMC, implying that the 56 entries were all ALMS. You know, I think what really happened, I went to my first ILMC race and an ALMS race broke out inside it. But the car tech was cool, and the details are true art and science. And that 458 Ferrari is a glamour puss, and the Peugeot, in person, is significantly more compact than the old car. And into the hairpin brake zone, pulling speed down from high triple digits to maybe 50 miles an hour, the Pug just kind of whooshed in. There was no sound, but it grabbed your eyes as you could see the tech grabbing at and defying physics. In contrast, the old Audi R15++ looked big, and the Corvette was loud. But the C6R sang to the crowd with the crispest, clearest downshifts in the field. That Bosch engine management system is working for Corvette. And to give you a Sebring feel, here's some nighttime in-car. I'll share the link to the whole lap with you. Okay, the ALMS broadcast plan got a pass-fail in my book. ESPN3 carried the full 12 hours online, and the two announcers, John Hindaha and Jeremy Shaw, were great. First, they fulfilled what must be a legal requirement, having an English accent announce the race if you want to be taken credibly. So watch next week in NASCAR. This is Simon Cowell here at Talladega. I don't do accents. What really made the Sebring broadband broadcast work was the two guys knew their stuff, shared relevant and interesting details, never dumbed it down or talked down to the viewers. Race fans and newbies would have enjoyed the show. Not so much the ABC TV in the US 90-minute show. If this was supposed to attract new audiences to ALMS, I doubt it worked. This part of the ALMS plan needs a rethink before it becomes the Jaguar racing of broadcasting. Yes, Gentilosi's Jags still suck. Details in the comments if you asked. Rapid fire, but here we go. Number 1, gone was the Truth in 24 or Scent of the Movie storytelling look and vibe articism that would attract non-race blooded viewers. This was just another race on TV, and the casual viewer already knows how to click away from that. And if you're condensing the action to highlights, own up to it and program it that way, because fan comments suggest you piss them off too. So to recap, no new fans, unhappy current fans. And I know racing and sport live because of sponsors, but that was a freaking auto infomercial. Too many canned PR segments pulling coitus interruptus with my race car watching, pumping me full of break from the action Porsche, Mobil 1, and multiple Corvette PR finalia. I stopped counting at 5. I expected the next one to be Doug Feehan with a ShamWow demo. And except for one crisp Ferrari versus BMW pass, all the other actions shown were car hits. But maybe that was reporting reality, because the Sebring winners were the teams that did not make mistakes, not the ones that did. Peugeot, Audi, Ferrari, Porsche, Corvette. Looking at you guys. I also know there were questions about the broadband quality and the TV affiliate pickup, but ALMS is telling us they got 3 times more viewers versus last year. So to recap, ALMS with ILMC, good. Internet, good. But the TV broadcast content, ALMS, you're better than this, and we expect you to make tweaks to pick it up. F1, Race 1. The more I think about it, it would probably be helpful to do a post-race look at next week versus candy-ass predictions now. But here's what you can look for. Skittle-colored Pirelli tires to ID compounds might create more passing. And we'll see if McLaren's exotic Octomom exhaust, multiple blown exhaust exits under the car to energize the whole floor, was holding the car back in testing. I bet Red Bull was holding back in testing. And rumors say Schumi's fast again. We know Alonso will be. The key word to the race could be button, not Jensen, the ones on the steering wheel, which are too many and may force an accident. And with all the new tech, any guess on how many DNFs? I do want your top 5 race predictions. We got 2 days before the go. I'll post mine too. And now to complete the random dysfunction of this show, here's some Cadillac World Challenge car prawn in advance of its race debut in St. Pete this weekend. I contacted people I know in the New York City mayor's office to find out more about this Bernie Bloomberg Let's Race in New York meeting. F1 says the mayor called them. I expect to learn, as will Bernie, that he'll be pitching Mayor Mike. We'll tell you what I learn, and we'll all be watching the news.
Ow, we're living in the fast lane.